I want to understand how this stuff works. I want to know how this works because I'm frustrated that my action isn't getting the job done. And we say that's because the vacuum cleaner isn't plugged in. Going through all the motions. Did you vacuum the living room? Yes, I did. Every square inch of it. How come it looks terrible? I don't know. I did it. I didn't miss one spot.
I'm already impatient. Like listening to this, I'm already impatient. I want to jump into action, which ultimately is going to lead to some type of discomfort.
Most people offer the majority of their action compensating for energy that they messed up. They didn't get in alignment. They didn't get in sync. And then they're offering action to try to make up for it. It's like vacuuming your house without plugging the vacuum in. You got to tune in to this energy that creates worlds and then flow it toward things that matter to you. So what are you working so hard on? What interests you the most?
What is the next direction to go in my job, in my career?
Top 3 people that are the most significant in your job. Who are they? The people that you interact with the most.
I'm an acupuncturist. It's patience.
So it's just you directly to the client. There's no hierarchy. There's no scheduling. There's nobody that you interact with.
I'm all of that.
You do it all?
Yes.
You do 100% of all of it?
Yes. It's overwhelming sometimes. I do that because I know that I don't trust the flow of abundance into my life completely in order to be part of a larger organization or have other people working with me to accomplish that end.
So I've worked myself into a hellish situation because the alternative doesn't please me in this way, in this way, in this way. So what kind of download do you think you might receive from your inner being? What if you got a download that says, hire somebody to schedule for you? Would you run with that thought or would you resist it in protest?
Well, I guess I have to start listening to things like that now. You know?
What's your inclination? What's your inclination?
My first thing is fear. That am I going to have enough for...
All right, so if you're in meditation and that thought comes to you and you feel fear, you know you're not in alignment. So you know that's a receptive mode of something else. But what if maybe you've been meditating for 2 or 3 days for 15 or 20 minutes and you're in that place, you can't feel your nose from your foot, you know you're detached, and then a thought comes to you and the thought goes something like, someone to schedule for me. And it just feels like such a good idea that when you come out of meditation, you think, how do you go about finding a scheduler? And then you follow through with that. The theme of this seminar could be, given my current vibration, I can't get to where I want to be because my current vibration is blocking information that will help me to get to where I want to be. We want you to set aside 15 or 20 minutes early in the day where you can let go of thought. Just for that little bit of time, just let go of thought because you've been scrambling around and you've put a whole lot of questions that have a whole lot of solutions that are ripe and ready for you to receive, but you're hammering so hard on the questions that you can't let the answers in. So we just want you to let go long enough so you can just let one impulse in, that's all. All along, you've asked all the questions and all the questions are all queued up and all the answers and all the solutions are all queued up. And now you really could, if you can hear us, you really could take this impression and this attitude, this impulse to act home with you today. And it would go like this. Everything that life has caused me to ask for is known and it's already answered. And it's a simple process for me to begin receiving specific impulses that will lead me to the full-blown satisfaction of all of these quests. I'm not going to receive it all at once, but I can begin immediately receiving some of the first impulses. And as those first impulses come right away, they will prove themselves to me that they have come from broader perspective and that this is right action for me to take. I don't need to know all of the action that I will take because I only have the power of now to perform it. I can't perform all of the actions now. I can't go to all of the places that I'll be guided to now. I can only go to the next place that I'm guided to, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And that's enough because in my now, there is a convergence of the source me and the physical me. And as I meditate and get into that receptive mode and receive an impulse and follow it, then the next will come, and the next will come, and the next will come, and my impatience will go away, and I will find myself living happily ever after as it just keeps unfolding and becoming richer and richer until you'll reach the place that your receptive mode moment can encompass many things at once. So you'll get an impulse to follow through on something, and several things will satisfy you all at one time. There are those pockets of what you want. Imagine meeting someone, looking for a mate, and then meeting someone who not only is in love with you, but is interested in so many things that you're interested in. You would say, jackpot. Well, your inner being is leading you to all of those jackpots. But first, you've got to show yourself that you are leadable. First, you have to show yourself that you are decipherable, that you are translatable, that you are receivable. You have to put yourself in the receptive mode because your inner being has been broadcasting to you from the day you were born. The question is, when are you going to be receptive to what is being broadcast, you see? But as you stand in this place, I can't find them, I'm confused, I don't know what to do. Well, then you can't find them and you're confused and you don't know what to do. But when your attitude is, I can meditate and I can quiet my mind and I can feel good in meditation and I can get an impulse and I can know an impulse that feels great and an impulse that feels blah. You know how to do this. This is not difficult. But first you have to allow yourself to know that it's all right for you to feel good and that feeling good is the path to all of the things that you care about. And don't come out of meditation and say, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. Instead say, today was the beginning of something really wonderful, and tomorrow I'll be even more receptive, and the next day even more receptive. And a really good mantra is, things are always working out for me. 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 Things are always working out for me, because they are. Things are always working out for me, and sometimes I listen. Things are always working out for me, and sometimes I'm in the receptive mode and I can witness it. That's when it gets really good. When things are working out for you as they are, and you are witnessing them, you are letting yourself be the receiver of it. Whew, that's what you came for. And then you knew that your inner being would join you, and that together that this vibrational reality could become reality. How do you think all of this stuff got here? This stuff that you call planet Earth. This is co-creation between you and source energy, you see. This creation is never ending. You are eternal beings. It will continue to be. The next direction to go to where you really want to go is to settle in more satisfaction with where you are. Ooh. Now that feels counterintuitive to a human mind. You can't get to where you want to be from dissatisfaction. You've got to find satisfaction where you are, which will lead you to the next and the next and the next.